years ago, you know, here on change hauls and airports and stuff, the old fellows used to be out docking, you know, shooting ducks and stuff like that, seal hunting and one thing or another. And they used to use those Swanskin mitts. They used to buy this stuff by the yard at the general store. It used to come in from England, this stuff, and they would buy this stuff by the yard and make them up. There's a pattern for it. You make them. And they were nice and worn. And they made them big like this. And you notice that the seam is on the outside, where you wouldn't chap your hands when you're rowing your rowboat. That's the idea of it, right? So they're big and worn. And when you see the ducks coming, they had to shoot the ducks. You couldn't shoot the ducks with this on your hands, so you had to get them off right fast. So you drop them close as quick as you could and grab up the gun, right? Like this, see? And then down with the gun after you shoot the gun, and then you grab up your mitts again, because you know you had to get them on. In those days, everything was so cold, you had to keep them on your hands, or you didn't, you freeze your fingers, right? So that's all they had, you know. And those Swanskin mitts.
How old would these mitts be?
And those mitts would be way over 100 years old. You're looking at right here. Yeah, I got a ledger here, and where they bought it, this stuff, they used to buy it, 1899. And it was in there, they bought it by the yard there on Change Isles. Hodges was the firm, and they used to have a store there, and they came in from England in those days and set up a general store, and they were fish merchants, you know. And that's the kind of stuff they used to sell.
And what's the inside of the lining?
He's a double lining on the inside. He got a, you notice right here, he got a, he's doubled inside because for warmth down here, see? And even got his initials into on there. You put
Can you show me the inside?
Yeah, I'll show you the inside. And you know that they got the thumb here, the seams that's on the outside where you wouldn't chap your hands rowing your boat. And this is the inside of it. Okay. You notice the insides of it. Oh, see, it's nice and warm. And that's the real swanskin. Yeah. And they sold all kinds of stuff here, even moleskin and one thing and another.
And they draw them in on the top, wouldn't they?
It'd be a drawstring on lots of those mitts. I don't see it on this one right now, but it'd be in this one right here, a drawstring. And once you put it on, you take your drawstring and just pull it tight, and this would bring this in on top, see? Bring this in, but the snow wouldn't go down there and stuff like that, right? But you couldn't do that when you was out docking, because you had to get those mitts off fast. So you had to have them open there, right? When you're rowing, you could do that, right? Yeah, and that's the way to do it.
Okay.
And that's what they used in those days. At the Olde Shoppe Museum, Pete Porter.